Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, rolled up and dead. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Throw all the chronicles to be told, don't waste it. By the road, the stunt driver who hit the tip top of an adventure. Ready to relish everyday desire. The fire lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, then and different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up. Look like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, rolled up and dead. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Throw all the chronicles to be told, don't waste it. By the road, the stunt driver who hit the tip top of an adventure. Ready to relish everyday desire. The fire lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, then and different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up.
What it is, ladies and gentlemen. Crystal, Cremoni, John, Scoop. How you guys doing? Yo, Scoop, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you too, Cremoni, Crystal, John. How's everybody doing, man? Young Crimothy the Eighth. That's a big name right there, bro. How's everybody doing today, bro? I swear, bro, my schedule, I just be living tired, bro. Like, I literally woke up randomly at like 2 in the morning. I went to sleep. I was tired as hell already by like 12 in the afternoon. I edited a bunch of videos, thumbnails, you know, took my dog out, went for a walk, everything. I was fried by like 12, bro. I got home and then I'm like, I want to take a nap before I stream. I want to stream at like 6, 7, right? Because I wanted to do night streams more. Bro, tell me how I went to sleep, woke up at 11 p.m. All confused and shit. Like, yo, what time is it, bro? Wild behavior, bro. Yo, I forgot. What weapon is Augusta? Or YOOOO, I mean? She's gauntlets, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gauntlets. Yeah, there we go. Gauntlets. Gotta get me some gauntlet pieces. Real swift like. Eating some spaghetti, hell yeah. Bro, she's fisticuffs, uses a bow, and fights from long range, bro. And uses her feet on the bow. Crazy. The hell was that noise? That was crazy. I just got back from Philly to getting jumped for mentioning brand. Bro, tell me how today I literally banned someone on Discord, and it all started with a brand conversation, bro. Crazy behavior, bro. Did you ever get that surgery for your dog, bro? No, I ended up pretty much getting some treatment for him. The surgery was too expensive, and with the way things have been going, it's been really hard to get it going. But I did get treatment and some medicines for him. I have been wanting to get him checked again, but that's why I've been going so hard with work. I've been trying to get back into the rhythm of things because in case of any emergencies, whether it's me, you know, my dog, my mom, whatever it is, I gotta have money, bro. My dog has been well, but like always, he's old, bro. He's going on 12 years, bro. And he still looks healthy, but, you know. Who got banned? The OG Coconut got banned, bro. The OG. And he didn't get banned because of the brand shit. He got banned because, like, I started roasting him over some brand takes, and he said something, like, he tried to roast back, and then he said something like he tried to make fun of us in the Discord, right? Because we were roasting him. So I was like, oh, you can shit talk, but you can't shit talk the Discord, bro. So I had to gulag him, bro. A true furry soldier, indeed. He's such a good boy. I'm telling you, like, that dog is my soul. So, like, I need to make sure he's well. I want to take him to a vet to do, like, a big checkup on him, like, everything. Blood, everything in his body. Making sure they tell me if he has anything going on, anything I should worry about. All of that stuff. Yo, Lit Money, what's good? How you doing? Bro, this is like the driest period, I think, in a gacha game, bro. Usually, like, right before a patch. Damn, they really not giving me no golds, bro. 37. Okay, I got confused for a second. I was like, what? Like, there really ain't nothing going on. Yeah, bro. It had to be done. I be telling folks, bro, if you gonna yap, you gotta, you gotta know there's levels to it, bro. If you're not a good yapper, don't keep on yapping, because it just gets annoying, bro. You know what I mean? Sitting with some friends. Hey, bro. Hope you're having fun out there with your homies. What up, Aquarius? Bro, you know what's crazy? I don't be seeing none of y'all in my latest video, bro. Can't believe that, bro. Dropped the whole tier list and y'all ain't even watch it. Crazy behavior, bro. Right, this is the last run of this. Gold, bro. Insane. Man was a level 1 yapper with level... That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I be telling y'all, when we start yapping, I'm like, bro, you sure you want to keep yapping? And a lot of people have learned to stop. But homie was just going and going and going. I was like, oh, nah, bro. Oh, nah. Yo, I rolled some Augusta echoes, by the way. Some 1 cost, just to see if I could get anything. And I got 2 echoes already that I'm chilling with. When we start mid-maxing, that's a whole nother story. But for now, they're looking decent. Let's see, where's Jan? John, you should watch my tier list, bro. I think you'd appreciate it. Actually, let me get... Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, these are my 2 that I rolled. Heavy attack, crit rate, crit damage, high crit rate, high crit damage, attack, even though it's flat attack, heavy attack on there as well, and I guess a basic attack, why not? And then this one is energy regen, mid crit damage, high-ish crit rate, and heavy attack. So both of these could work. This one I'm more inclined to putting, but we'll see. That's a high crit damage and high crit rate, and that's what I need, bro. So I'm chilling. where his take's so bad that so I'm gonna be honest. In all honesty, is not that John has bad takes for the most part. It's just he has biased takes, right? But John doesn't like if I think if you sit down to talk with John, because we've done it, John's coherent. Like he's not gonna be like, yeah, Brant Kid sucks and he deals no damage, because he knows that's not true. He would say something like, I don't like Brant's kit for me. I don't like his gameplay, which is absolutely fine, right? Whereas Coconut's takes were just... I remember when we were talking about Star Rail and homie went out of the way and was like, oh yeah, you can clear all the content in Honkai Star Rail, including all endgame modes with just 4-star characters and 4-star light cones. And we're over here talking about the power creep in that game and how you need like the latest team comms and everything. And he's like, nah. John, you give me diabetes. I ain't never seen someone be so stressed with how successful they were. You know what I mean? Like, I would understand if you said that, John, if you had to go to like pity and you didn't get him. And then you kept going and then you got to do like 100 pulls to get Brant. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo ass got Brant on your first temple with another 5-star, bro. Bro, I don't care if they drop the worst character in Gacha gaming history, bro. Like a character that literally does damage to you. Like you can't even kill anything. If I do a temple and get it, I'm happy. Even if I never ever build it, just to have it on my account on a temple, bro. Beautiful. What would have been even better was if you got Brent and then Verena, because then you would have had guaranteed pity. Off topic, but I got blue units and 50 pulls, but the dude is better pick. I got both of them, but I haven't leveled them up, bro. I just finished level up Lillian, like all her things to +5. And I was going to finish leveling up Seata to all +5s as well. And then after that, I really don't know what to do, bro. I got to do some holograms. Some holograms. Wait, did I already do the weekly? I did. Yo, we need weekly materials from the new... Or not weekly, boss materials from the new boss, right? For Augusta? If I'm not mistaken, or do we need one of these other ones? I forgot, bro. I think it's from the new boss or something. Pretty sure it's from the new boss. Shit, it is from the new boss. God damn it. That's what I'm saying, John. That would have been like the only even better case scenario if you pulled Verena after Brant. That would have been just god tier pull. It was already like fucking amazing, but it would have been even better. Yo, Witch, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Ragnar, what it is. Milla, welcome, welcome. Yeah, for the weekly, you need Flirty. I already got the weekly, though. I meant world bosses. I need to farm me some of those. Bro, but let's be honest, John. Like, you don't think that... Do you see yourself playing Withering Whips for a really long time, bro? At one point, it's just dope to random team build. Like, at least for me, like, one day I just want to build random units when I get bored, bro, and just try different characters out. Like, I would 100% sure just... Even if it's for, like, one day, just chatting with the boys, testing out new units, new comps... Stuff like that. And you got 2 units. Not too bad. Not too bad. Bro, we're gonna farm chickens for a little bit. Everybody's favorite thing to farm, bro. Whoops. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Chickens. Electro chickens. Let's go. Brent is a solid character, but not gonna lie, I do not think you guys know what Bean's Zesty is. Brent literally has nothing no mannerisms, nothing that make him a little zesty. Like, I think the only reason, and that's actually what the conversation was today on Discord, because someone said Brent is gay, and I'm like, what makes the character on God be gay? Or have any mannerisms to Brent? I think the only reason people say that is because he has pink in his colors, bro. Like, that's it. But he has zero mannerisms that would make people believe that or point in that direction. You feel me? I'd rather build with 4 stars than use children and gay guy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's what the roast started today on Discord. Someone was like, I don't care what anybody says, Brent is gay. And I was like, only people, like, to this day, bro, if you're still playing Wuthering Waves and you've been playing Brent, or seeing Brent since he dropped, the only people that still think homie gay are definitely people that, you know, be on that same boat. And homie got salty, bro. Are you talking about the one scene where he's flying up in the air and the other dude grabs him and hugs him? You can't think too far into that, bro.
First to the treasure.
Your girlfriend slaps your face because you said Brand's gay? Shit, bro. She knows. She knows what's up. I'm already at that point and I'm not even a whale. Plus, I have returned to WuWa 2.0. It's because, bro, like, I don't know, bro. I just like building characters. WuWa doesn't allow me to do that, in all honesty. You can't really go around building multiple characters in this game. If you're pulling all the units, you kind of gotta stick with building each new unit. You can never really go off to the side, but yeah. I just saw some of his videos. Good takes. Some of my videos? Appreciate you. Man, homies can't even hug each other these days without them being called gay. That's what I'm saying, bro. So basically, that's what I was roasting this dude. Like, people so insecure about their own sexuality that they be thinking some weird shit about anything. Yo, that dude is wearing a pink shirt. He gotta be gay. Right? I remember, like, my dad was locked up for a while, right? And then he got out and he met my mom. And, my mom is, like, very fashionable. So I remember one day my mom bought my dad a pink shirt because she thought it looked good. And she thought he would look, bro. My dad was, like, old country, like, bike rider, Harley Davidson, all that shit. And I remember her trying to fight with dude to put on a pink shirt because she bought him a pink shirt, like a brand new black jacket, everything. And homie was like, nah, I don't like pink. That's not a man color. And eventually she got him to wear the shirt and he was like, okay, I do look good. Because, you know, she's into fashion and all that shit. But it's just funny as hell how there are still people to this day that still think like that. Nah, it's pink. That's not manly. And I'm like, bro, what do you mean manly? What do you do that's manly? You be out there fucking hunting lions and shit? You be out here gathering lumber? Up in the woods, survival, man? Nah, bro, I play my anime waifu games. Very manly, bro. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, you know, clown on nobody, but, like, some people be funny as shit with that, bro. That's why when, like, like, bro, there are characters in anime and in freaking, games that be zesty. You don't know which way they swing or if they swing for both teams. But Brant literally has none of that. You never hugged a homie? Just gave my homie a hug today. Drunk, but you know how them feelings hit different when you got that liquid courage in your system? Hey, I be hugging my boys, bro. Shit, if I haven't seen one of my boys for a few weeks and I see my boy, I give him a hug, bro. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I got a pink flannel. I wear it to dinner with my wife. I be looking elegant as fuck. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but Doflamingo be extra with it, bro. Homie in high heels and everything, bro. He does look cool, though. Not with the high heels, but just his fit in general. Yo, by the way, guys, I need y'all to check my tier list. It's pinned in the chat right now. Check the video, drop a like and all that stuff, and give me your opinions on the video. Someone already gave me their opinion. They thought I should have made a tier list without signature weapons. I can't do that. I cannot make tier lists without signature weapons. I don't play with without signature weapons. I think that's a weird way to play the game, and there's too much of a difference in some characters. Yeah, see, who I think it's just a very difficult way for me to make that tier list, because I've never played with without signature weapons, so I don't know how characters rank without signature weapons. So I'm a bad person to make that tier list. You know what I mean? So go on the video, guys. Give me all the advice and all the tips, and I try to get back to everybody, even if it's like difference of opinions. I'll definitely give you guys my opinions. I think it's very hard to make tier lists without weapons for me, because I've never played them, so I don't know. A very interesting time to go live, bro. You can't blame me for falling asleep, bro. Oh, and bro, I've been having for the past 4 years. I thought I was dying at one point, bro. Like actually legit. I had something that was fucking gonna kill me or something. I've been having nosebleeds for the longest time, and it's because I did move to I used to live in Florida, and then I moved to a very high elevated freaking country up in the fucking mountains and shit. So I don't know if it's that, even though it started kind of late, along with I don't know if it's the heat or what it is, bro. But out of nowhere, after several years of not several, but a year of living like that, out of nowhere I started getting nosebleeds, bro. And today I got one when I woke up to a nosebleed, and then randomly mid-afternoon I caught another nosebleed, bro. And when I get those nosebleeds, I get a big ass headache, bro, real bad headache. So I ended up getting that headache. I don't know if it's pressure or depression. I don't know what it was. So I ended up going to sleep. It sent me to bed. Yo, Jace, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Characters in WuWa rerun pretty frequently, so it doesn't make any sense to not grab their signature weapons. Nah, I agree. Well, the thing is, for some characters, signatures are very much of an upgrade, to the point that Gion is outperforming Cardathea. Gion is outperforming Cardathea? Are you So are you comparing Gion with his weapon and Cardathea without her weapon? Is that what you mean? If Gion has his weapon and then Cardathea doesn't have her weapon? My brother YouTube thumbnail said 2.5 grind. It is the 2.5 grind. We're 2.5 grinding. Are we not? Pretty sure. Yeah, 2.5. 2.6 ain't out yet. So, but, Stihu, that's exactly why I don't like doing, comparisons without signature weapons, because it makes no sense. There are characters that don't rely as much on their signature weapon, because their signature weapon is not specially tailor-made for them, and then there are characters that have very specific signature weapons that are tailor-made for them. So I think it's unfair to compare them without their signature weapons when there's such a broad difference. I think the best flat-out comparison is comparing every character with their signature weapon. That way they have the best possible gear, per se, on them. You know what I mean? Like, comparing, like, a Brant without his signature weapon is alright, but it just gets a little bit complicated because you have a lot more restrictions to his builds, right? You just said Cardathea without her weapon. Cardathea without her weapon is a big gap because she's not a regular DPS that relies on like attack or crit. Well, she does rely on crit, but you know what I mean. Like, you don't build her around like that as much as HP. You want her to have HP, and her weapon is a gigantic source of HP. So it's one of those scenarios where, like, I don't know. I just don't think it's a good comparison because of the differences in characters. But I can talk about how some characters work without their signature weapons and such. Hi everyone who got bricked up by that Augusta showcase. I'm actually waiting for the actual Resonator showcase, and I'm gonna react to both on stream. Does Shiakona need it if you hard wield in her signature? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any support character needs their weapon. They're obviously gonna play better, but I don't think you need them. I think Shiakona has one of the lowest valued weapons out there, especially if you're duping, bro. Shiakona's dupe value is pretty doo-doo, bro. I did do 2 tier lists. I have the other tier list maybe going up tomorrow. I gotta drop it before Augusta. But, yeah, it's definitely going up tomorrow. I just gotta do a lot of editing to it, which makes me tired. Slap Shangli's weapon on that, or Cam's basic, about to go crazy. I wanted to try Brand's weapon for that 84% basic. True, you're missing a ton of HP though, aren't you? Oh, I forgot where you said you're... Yo, John, so you are building Brand with the right set now? The best tier list ever made in WuWa history. Facts. The only ones that truly matter. I cannot wait for Augusta. But I'm not gonna lie. I be thinking Kuro hates... Like, someone at Kuro... Oh, shit. Someone at Kuro definitely hates Electro. John unbricking. You saw how this is what I would like you to see, right? The light, John. You saw how Zaniel hated Ling Yang, how he was salty that he had to build Ling Yang, right? And how he's been heavily invested over the past few days on building him, making him be the very best no one ever was. And then on top of that, like, actually testing his numbers and doing runs and everything. And he doesn't like his gameplay like that, or the character. That's kind of what I was trying to get you to be on. Like, you know, that just, hey, bro, I'm chilling. Let's just build some characters. Why not? It's not that deep. John unbricked his account the moment he pulled Brant. And he unbricked it even more the moment he built Brant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Electro units don't get love whatsoever. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. There was some, like, for a while people were saying that the Electro, or the dude that's coming out not too long ago, is going to be her partner. Is going to be Augusta's partner, the emo looking dude, the depressed looking dude, because he was going to be an Electro character. And in some of the latest leaks, that I don't know where the hell people be getting these leaks from, they're probably made up or something, but apparently he's going to be an Arrow character. So is he not going to be her partner no more? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, bro, we just got Shiakona. So we went from Siakona, Cardathea, then we got Lupa and Frolova, and then now we're gonna get Augusta. So 3 units, and then another arrow character, and then maybe another one after that. It's like, what's going on here? Is YOOOO worth it for Augusta when we have S6 Mortifi? So from our testing, because we did a lot of testing, S6 Mortifi is very good with Augusta. If you're tight on gems and shit, honestly, you don't need to. But I will say, YOOOO is literally tailor-made for Augusta. Like, tailor-made for that character. I don't know why they did that. It's actually weird. Yeah, my brand isn't there yet. You got no mats to fully do it yet. And yeah, I'm building his ass right now. I gotta test what y'all wanted me to do, then bench his ass. He ain't gonna bench him. He gonna test him and be like, ah, fuck. Maybe gameplay is kind of cool. Not gameplay, but a rotation, right? A nice little rotation. If YOOOO's fucking shield, if YOOOO had the, bro, if YOOOO had the ability to passively give shield, like stacks of shield when we were in her wand of moonlit, whatever the fuck it is called, if she can do that, then she would be amazing, because she would be giving everybody a lot of buffs. She'd be giving everybody, like if you build her with moonlit and everything, she'd be giving everybody a lot of buffs, and that 40% extra damage is really nice. But the problem is she doesn't give anybody extra shields. The only character that gives themselves constant shields, like constant ticks of shield, is Augusta. All the other characters just give themselves pretty much like a one-hit shield. Like a one-time shield, if that makes any sense. Whereas Augusta gives shields constantly. A shitty shield, but she's still stacking shields. Like shield, shield, shield. You know what I mean? The last Augusta test went pretty well. She's pretty damn good. If you dupe her up, she's crazy. Without dupes, she's also pretty good. And like I said, she works pretty good with Mortifi if you don't want to get Augusta. Like, I don't have my Mortifi build, and I'm running her with Mortifi until we get, YOOOO. So does she give crit with her shield spec? No, they do not. She does not give crit with her shield. That was the first ever leaks we got. John, you know what the problem is? YOOOO gives you 3 ticks of shield while she's on the field. So she gets 3 ticks. Every other character doesn't get those shields. You know what I'm saying? Those ticks of shield. They just have the 1 shield. Right? So it wouldn't trigger the effect like that. You have to gain a shield with the character you want to get the buff on while you're on the blessing. I always forget the full name of it, but yeah. I will say Zhang Xing does work really, really smooth with YOOOO. It's actually wild. Kung Fu Panda gives herself... Yeah, Kung Fu Panda gives herself 2 or 3, but like in all reality, you're not gonna run Zhang Xing as your main DPS, right? So like, yes, she's the only other character that does give herself some stacks like that while she's in the blessing of Wan Light, but you know, you're not really main DPSing with Zhang Xing unless you're killing like level 1 mobs or something. So John can actually put his Zhang break to good use. Yes, exact. That's what I told him, bro. I was like, he likes Augusta. So I was talking to John and I was like, bro, pull Augusta and pull YOOOO. You have Augusta's best in slot, and then you get a best in slot for your Zhang Xing, which you love. You finally get some big value out of a support unit. But he heard best in slot and he started like, you know, getting upset. He's like, I don't like no best in slot characters for my units. The hell is this, bro? Poor Gian, we thought Yuno... Bro, we thought Gian was going to get Yuno as his best in slot, and she is not. Mortifi is still better for Gian, in my opinion. She's going to be tailor-made for more units coming out, all the new weapons. Yeah, she is going to be tailor-made for more units. It's very possible, you know. But it's not heavy. That's the problem. It's the fact that she literally... Like... We would have to have more units be able to give themselves shield the same way that Augusta does. Otherwise, they're not taking advantage of one of her abilities, which is giving... what is it called? Hold on, I have it written down here somewhere. Damage amplification. There you go. You're only getting a couple of stacks of the damage amplification. You're not getting the entire bonus of damage amp unless you're on the field giving yourself shields. What DPS do we have that gives themselves shields? Literally just Augusta. Even if I pull Galbrina, still Shangli gonna be my fusion DPS. Yeah, I'm the same. If I might pull Galbrina, because let's be honest, Galbrina's gameplay might be dope, right? She might look really cool, but when it comes to my fusion team is done. Like, I might build another fusion team in, you know, in the upcoming future, but I'm gonna just put it like this. Even if Galbrina rotates better, or not better, because you can't really rotate better than Shangli in this fusion team. You can. I don't see how that could even remotely be possible. But I don't see me replacing my fusion team. I say that as I currently don't have Shangli on my team. That's crazy. Yo, Exotic, what's good? How you doing? I say, I'm not replacing Shangli. She's already replaced. Like, I don't even have her on the team. That's insane. Wild, bro. If you have well-built Mortifi, I have. Yuno is pretty much as easy of a skip as Roche. Yeah, you really don't have to pull Yuno. Yuno will be a character, though, like Shorekeeper, in the sense that you can slot her on every team, but I think they messed up. They should have made it so, hey, there are still maybe time for some changes before they officially drop Yuno, right? But they should have made it so once you're in her field, in her blessing of whatever the hell is called, blessing of Wand Light or whatever, it ticks and gives you shields while you're in it. So if it lasts 10 seconds, every 2 seconds or whatever, it gives you a shield. So you activate her buff. That would have been great. You know what I mean? That way any character can rock it. And it wouldn't have been OP. It wouldn't have changed anything of the way she works with Augusta. Nothing. It would have just been good. That's kind of fixable if they make us a Nada that gives a shield. Yeah, true. They could do that. Because, like, bro, we literally did hours. I dare say Augusta has been the character we've tested the freaking most, bro. Because holy shit, bro. Like, bro, I don't know what they were thinking when they dropped Augusta, bro. Like, they were mad confused with their own kits. Yeah, they were... Zeno, they were frying our brains trying to do all them calculations for Augusta sequences. Like, Augusta as a base character has been okay the whole time, but Augusta sequences were just... Nah. They were frying us. Did I send feedback? I mean, I'm not the one that has the account, you know what I'm saying? But, I hope, we told them, I hope they did send feedback. If not, I think they still have the... test account, because that would be some very good feedback, bro. Heard Galbrina is echo damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Galbrina is echo damage as well. Which, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would never just change this team, bro. Right now, I think I was just testing something, but my... Oh, who's trying to die? You trying to die? Alright, let's switch this team around for the actual fusion team. There we go. Yeah, bro, like, I love my team right here. We got my Shangli, and it just rotates so well. It rotates too well for me to actually change anything, bro. Can you tell what YOOOO actually does? Like Shorekeeper buff, crit rate, crit damage, buff heals. So YOOOO is going to give you shields. The main thing with YOOOO is the shield. She is going to buff you up with damage amplification. So she's going to amplify the damage your character does if they could stack shields. I mean, she's still going to give you that damage amp buff, but you're not going to be able to fully take advantage of it unless you're stacking shields. So that's something else as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she heals. Might be wrong there, because we were just testing damage rotation super quick. But yeah, the damage amp is the thing that she has. And if you dupe her up, I believe it's S2, you get up to 80% damage amp, which is a lot of freaking damage amplification. Like, that's actually insane damage amp. But once again, if you're stacking shields. Am I telling you her sequences are even more stupidly powered than Cardathea? I would say they're around the same level, but let me just tell you this. You're going to be able to have numbers on her that it's different when it comes to damage, right? But you're going to be able to see damage on a duped up Augusta that look like this. 170 crit rate with 500 crit damage. So you take that as you may. Duped up, right? Duped up. So, like, her values completely change from, like, normal Augusta to duped up Augusta. Where a lot of our older characters, their damage and stuff changed, but we didn't see, like, such dramatic freaking... Obviously, we saw a crazy increase. Like, a regular Jin Shi is dealing 400,000 on a hit, and a duped up Jin Shi is dealing, like, 1 point some million on a skill burst. But nowadays is like, you know, my brand non-duped is dealing 400,000-500,000 on a burst, and duped up he's dealing 1.8 million. So, freaking huge difference. Same with Cardathea. Non-duped Cardathea is okay. Duped up Cardathea is it's just a beast of a character, like crazy, crazy strong. Yola trailers, we gotta get together sometime this week, bro. You, me, Crystal, Zeno, and go on like some expeditions in Dune, bro. Galbrina might play off debuff that we haven't seen much usage of. True. Yeah, we really haven't seen a lot of debuffs. I remember the only real debuff that I heard was the way Electro was gonna... The Electro ability... like that's, you know how Spectral Frazzle, the Electro version of that, which was gonna debuff the enemy's attack or their damage or whatever, so they dealt less damage. That's like the only debuff per se that I know we've had.
Winds of the wild.
Giving Will's less content for paying more is crazy work Kuro's doing. Yeah. It's one of those things where I feel like they can give whales more content and just make it so you don't get, like, I don't know, astrites or something. Make it so you get, like, little fucking banner things here or, like, these little things here. Like, something that's irrelevant, but people could still have a challenge. But, like, this is one of the few games where, like, there's really no content for whales, like, at all. That's why which is good, it's free to play friendly. There's really no need to whale at all in this game, because there's no content that even remotely demands you to whale, even a little bit. My dolphin ass can't relate with this dupe talk. The way I see it is, I learned from John Tavius, because every once in a while John Tavius does come out with some good takes. Find a character you like, dupe them up by skipping a bunch of banners. So let's say you like Augusta, skip or let's say you know Chisa is coming, skip all these characters. It don't matter how good they are, just skip them. They'll eventually come out, right? Get yourself like an S3 Chisa with her weaponed, and you're gonna notice the difference. You don't need it though. That's the thing. This game doesn't require you to have it, so you don't even have to worry about that. But if you ever want to dupe a character, that's how you do it, even as a free to play. And then you get your nice team with your strong ass unit, and you get to feel how they are. I know WuWa doesn't make it easy to skip units because every unit's freaking amazing though. Get you their optimal team. Don't be like John. Get your you know, optimal team for your team. Optimal team for your character, and see how it changes everything, bro. Like I'm telling you, when I got this account back, right? I remember that the only characters I had on this account were, because this was not my main account. I had Jinshi and I had Gion. That's it. I didn't have anybody else. I had to run Jinshi with fucking Yuan Wu. It worked, but it was dreadful. I was running Gion with Mortefi, which is okay, but my Mortefi was not built, right? And like this is a conversation that I had in one of my videos today, bro. Someone commented, because I made a tier list where I ranked Zani way at the bottom. Not way at the bottom, but I ranked her relatively low on the tier list. And my reasoning for that is that, once again, we're counting every character with their signature weapon, and we're counting every character, you know, in terms of what they bring to the game. Zani is a character that, yes, you can clear all the content with Rover, but she's dependent on a character like Phoebe to play her optimal rotations. And her optimal rotations without Phoebe feel slower and clunkier. And I feel that just because this game allows you to freaking beat all the content with shitty built teams and scuffed rotations doesn't mean you should, you know, like block yourself from actually experiencing peak rotations. Because once I actually got into trying out good rotations, the game feels different, bro. Like playing, like before, for example, when I was playing Shang Li's team, I was like John. My Shang Li team was Shang Li, obviously Shorekeeper, because, you know, I had that. And I don't remember who I used to run with Shang Li before Brant and Lupa came out. Like, I don't remember who the hell I was running with Shang Li to buffer. I have no idea who it was. Maybe I was dual running her with Encore or like Mortefi or Sanhua. I don't know who the hell I was running with her, bro. And it was like, okay, I can clear all content. It's all right, but it doesn't feel as good as when you finally get this rotation of this team down. You know what I'm saying? Like, this feels like a completely different gameplay. It makes the game feel smoother, combat. And like, you can't tell me you play Withering Waves and you play it for the combat and then not want to give yourself good combat experience, smooth combat experience, synergistic rotations. So that's why, like, you don't got to get every unit. Just don't get every unit. There you go. Impulsive buying is the reason why they can't skip a character. And also why they complain about a lot of different things. Oh, I don't have the weapon, I don't have this, I don't have that. And it's like, well, maybe if you would have skipped some characters. Good take, but I can't run the same team for all content. No, don't get me wrong. You don't need to run the same team for all content, because I get bored as well. Like, that's why back in the day I was like, I don't know how people skip units for so long, right? Like, skipping units is fine, but like, if you're gonna play for like 6-7 months and never get a new unit, that's torture, bro. Because like, look at what we've been doing for the past like 2 weeks in this gacha game, bro. Literally nothing, just like running around, getting materials, and that's it, right? And that's a lot of how it is with gacha games, bro. I'm a person that, like, I like activity, I like change in life. I'm not one of those people that is monotone and boring and just like is used to a routine and just lives their life repeating the same routine over and over. It doesn't like excitement. I like excitement in my life. I like change, bro. So I can't go 6 months playing the same game, farming the same echoes, or, you know, farming echoes, running around with the same character, looking at the same combat animations. For that shit's boring, bro. That shit's fucking boring. I cannot do that, bro. So even if I'm not heavily invested, I can't do that with Wuthering Waves as much, but most other gacha games, I usually try to get a character every couple of months or so to try new teams. I am not throwing shade at you, John. It just kind of flowed into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I've had this same conversation for years. Like, would be in my Discord. For example, when Aqua and Normatus would be on my Discord talking about their Brown Dust or some of their games, they'd be like, yeah, oh, Honkai Star Rail. They'd be like, I've been saving for 7 months so I can pull a unit that I really want. I'm like, how the hell do you play a gacha game and you save for 7 months? I would always be baffled by that. Like, I cannot do that, bro. I drive truck 10 hours a day. I only get to play a little and have no dupes. This game does great for casual. This game does great for casuals. I 100% agree, Nagamura. That's one, like, as someone that now has dupes on their characters, right? And I feel, you know, the pain of not having content to do because of, you know, me being so strong. Even when I was S0, I still felt this pain. I also see the other side of things, and I think it's great that the game doesn't force you to need dupes to clear any content. As much as I hate seeing my boys like John not build specific synergistic teams despite them being able to S6 units when they want, it's great that you can build whatever team you want and still beat all the content. All that freedom is really dope. I wish there were scenarios where that freedom, where you also had to build strategic teams and such, but the freedom is really good. Tell me this, if I skip Augusta and Yuno, will it hamper my account? Like, will I not be able to clear some content? I do have almost every DPS and their support except Jinshi and Furlova. It will do absolutely nothing to your account. Well, that's what we're talking about. Alatus. I'm gonna call you Kyofu. Kyofu, yeah. If you're saying you have almost every character, you have Cardathia's team, right? You have the Fusion team. All of that, you ain't worried about nothing. This game does not force you to have characters like that. There is no power creep in sense of like if you don't pull a character, you're cucked out of content. You have nothing to worry about. Proof Tuna, that was me skipping Rocio, Brand, Phoebe, Cantarella, and Zani a few months ago. You cannot tell me that during all that time you were having a great time. Sure, you were saving, but it wasn't like super fun, right? Like, I get it though. It's smart. It's kind of what I was telling people. You know, save to get the unit you really want. That's smart. But at the same time, like, I would at least build standard banner characters or some 4-stars or something. Like, if I was playing this game and I was going to skip, like, 6 months worth of content, you'd see me playing with fucking Ling Yang next month. 100%. I'll be playing with Ling Yang next month. I'll be playing with Encore the month after that. I couldn't just keep playing the same characters because I'd be fried, bro. Nah, I was logging in for 5 minutes to do my dailies and that's it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you're just saving for a really long time, the game does turn way more stale. And oftentimes, if you go like 6-7 months with like saving and not actually pulling not even one character in like 6, 7, 8 months, by the time you finally pull a character, it's still like, it doesn't give you enjoyment to the point that it's like, oh, now I really want to play all day, every day for weeks on end. Because you've slowly detached yourself from the game by doing that. I would sooner... That's what I'm saying. I've heard a lot of people that they start saving for a character. Like, I'm going to save. And they end up quitting the game because they're like, they only play like 5 minutes a day. And then eventually when they finally pull the character, it's still not enjoyable enough to them. They don't feel attached to the game to that degree. Yeah, especially... Bro, and another thing... saving for months, and then getting hoed on your summons, insta quit, bro. Insta quit. You know who's on my profile pic? My guy. I left the timestamp. Wait, what do you mean, Scoop? They gotta make more endgame, man. I play Nikkei, which is also casual friendly, but that game yeah, that's one thing I've always said. This game needs more endgame variations because we're now at the point where a lot of people have a lot of different teams. Even if they have 3-4 different teams, several different units, and I do feel that they gotta give us some more ways to test those things out. There's not a lot of different ways to team build in this game that matters when it comes to content. In WuWa, it's hard to skip a unit, unlike Star Rail where you can see. Yeah, bro, I had no problem skipping units in Star Rail, like whatsoever. But when it comes to WuWa, I don't know why every unit just feels so good, bro. Not gonna lie, in Honkai Star Rail, it's easy to save for me. I can repeat the grind with the same team for Honkai Star Rail for months without issue. Can't do that in WuWa. Like, yeah, I think it's because it's, you know, turn-based as opposed to like live combat. So seeing the turn-based stuff, it's a lot easier to use the same team. But in WuWa, you see all these flashy characters. They do a great job integrating the story into the characters where like you really care for the characters. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because when I experience Honkai Star Rail, there'd be so much yapping and like fucking still frames. I hate that shit. Whereas a lot of the story in this game is like live, like you're moving, there's live like active cutscenes going on and shit. Not that Star Rail didn't have that, but not to this degree. I love that she does an uppercut even though she's mainly wielding a weapon. Wait, who are we talking about? The only person that forces you to pull units is CJ. That is crazy. I don't be forcing you to pull units. That's insane, bro. You see how they put dirt on my name, chat? Crazy. I was having a blast until I... Hey, bro. Bro, you don't think that, you know, that was an eye-opener, bro, for you? Homie Shang Li was over here struggling. Like, you can't... Bro, let me put it to you like this, John. You can have an S6 unit, 2 S6 units on a team, right? Do a hologram challenge with your buddies and actively not use that team because it's like hurting your clear times and making you do worse, and then at the same time say, yeah, my team is great, it doesn't need any improvements. Like, that shit makes no sense. It's not that my chat is delayed quite a bit, is that I have 2 chats going, so I don't instantly reply to everybody at the same time. I just pick and, you know, as I go. Because I'm actively playing at the same time. Yeah, I do have Cardathea, Fusion, Carlotta. Oh, yeah, bro. You have all those teams completed, Kyofu. You don't have nothing to worry about. If you don't like Augusta, you don't like YOOOO, you want to skip them, absolutely fine there, brother. Where the hell is this chicken? What? Oh, there it is. I genuinely believe that WuWa on S0R1 has least power creep in gacha space or not. Like, even... See, here's the problem, bro. A lot of people be confusing character power creep with content power creep. They just... Or not confusing, they just put it in the same slot. It's normal that characters are getting stronger. Because kits have to get more intricate. They have to get more creative with the way they do their kits. They can't just have them work the same way, deal the same type of damage. Because it would be boring, right? It would be boring to have characters work the same way. So that's definitely changing. Characters are dealing a little bit more damage, little by little. But the content is still being cleared by characters that dropped a year ago, no problem. Like, you still go to Jin Shi on tower, you're clearing everything, no problem. Like, it don't matter if fucking Carlotta or whoever is now clearing 10-15 seconds faster. It does, like, to me that doesn't matter if you're still clearing 3 stars on tower with your character. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? They're confusing power creep with HP inflation. Exactly. The moment that character power creep becomes more of a problem is the day where, like, old characters can no longer clear content. Then we have a problem.
Make it fast.
Taochi. Oh, yeah. Taochi the GOAT. Yeah, you're gonna skip. Sounds good. I don't mind you kids introduced. I just want the balance patch for older characters. I think we got a little bit of a balance patch when they introduced Nightmare Echoes, right? Because a lot of older characters can now use Nightmare Echoes and they got stronger. But for example, imagine they give Jin Shi a dedicated 4-star or 4-star, a dedicated partner that buffs Spectro and buffs skill. Oh nah, bro, that character's gonna be Jin Shi's gonna be busted. That's how good she still is. This motherfucker made me pull Brant after shaming his homie. I got him in 2 temples after Cantarella. After shaming his homie. Hey, bro, look, you unbricked your account, bro. You got the GOAT, greatest character in the game, bro. Tapoli, what's good? How you doing? I did it for the community. Reminds me of is it Marshawn Lynch? He's like, you gonna come with me to the hood this weekend? He's like, to the hood, why? I'm gonna be giving out turkeys. I'm trying to restore my community. That shit was funny as hell, bro. The thing is, there is no content that would require me to build in this way you're saying. There is, if there was a reward or endgame mode that pushed you to do so. Okay, John, you know when I tell you, right, that I wouldn't, like, continue to pick at things if you yourself didn't, like, put yourself on the firing range and pretty much said, look, shoot me, right? So let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. You just said there is no content that requires me to build optimal teams to clear it, right? Okay. And what content in the game requires you to S6 R5 your units? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Because if you're using logic to say, well, nothing forces me to have synergistic teams, therefore I don't do it, then why do you do S6R5 when no content forces you to do it? Right? And obviously it all goes back down to I just like it or I just wanted to or whatever. But then again, don't use a statement that contradicts itself and present it as logic, because then it's going to be used in the court of law, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, but that's what I'm saying. There is no content that requires him to build optimal teams. There is no content in WuWa that requires you to have S6R5 units. So if you're already doing something that is not even required in the game, you can already do something else that is also not required in the game. And if we're talking technically, right, technically, even though none of those things are required in WuWa, because you can build teams that are not optimized and not clear with S6R5, I think it's more logical to build optimized teams than S6R5, because you really don't need to S6R5. See? And this is why John stays on the burner, bro, because he be saying things that just make no sense, bro. And then he's not like the normal, like, you know, character hater where it's like, I'ma just cook you. He actually, like, dead set be given, like, reasons and believing the reasons, even though they make no sense, bro. So I just, you know, I gotta do it. I just gotta do it, bro. Did CJ watch the Augusta trailer? I watched a little bit of it, just like a piece of it, but I'm trying to wait until they do the character trailer, the actual trailer. Yeah, exactly. He be saying something. I literally counter his reasoning with logic behind what he said, and then he'll give a whole other sentence trying to justify with reason. And it's like I told him the other day, It all boils down to because I want to, right? That's the reality of it. You don't need to use logic to it when it makes no sense. It's just because I want to. You know what I'm saying? But you can give reasonings that are flawed and then not expect to get grilled in the court of law, bro. None. I would rather S6 R5 units I like. See, you go back to like. You go back to what you like, but then before you were saying there is no content that requires you to build a certain way as a reason why you don't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I did go to psychology school for 2 years, therefore, I'll be mind fucking folks, bro. Is the new Sonata farm like the Frolova Nightmare set? It is farm like the Frolova Nightmare set. It is a nightmare set after all. It's like, why waste my pulls on dog units I don't like rather than jack up single 5-star pulls unit? I don't know what the fuck he just said. Bro, did not just call Brent dog unit after I tried backing him up. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he be setting himself up and then get grilled, and he be in here like, I don't know why they still on me about this topic, bro. It's like, bro, you literally set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't set yourself up willingly and then be like, bro, I don't know why they be grilling me, bro. You can't. Shit's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of like, I don't mind the little area. Like, I don't mind the little back pedal. I was reading Rue's comment. I don't mind the little nightmare echoes and the little 36 fucking enemy things, but I wish you could also farm the nightmare echoes in the overworld. Or I wish that it would turn into like a freaking tacit field after you clear it or something. I don't know. But it's just kind of ass that it doesn't. You farm that and then you're kind of just locked. I don't know why they locked it. It reminds me of old school Genshin, where you could only farm certain materials certain days, bro. Not to that degree, but limiting still, you know? So it's like this. Why would I waste pulls on units I don't like? I could just crack out someone I do like rather... Yeah, but that's not back to the same statement you used earlier. That's like a completely different conversation. The other statement you said was, why would I build optimized teams when there is no content in the game that requires it? And my question was, then why do you use 6 R5 units when there is no content in the game that requires it? Right? Once again, the answer is because I like to S6 R5 the units or whatever. But what I'm saying is the reasoning behind building optimized teams that you gave makes no sense because it contradicts with your actions. Oh, bro, I hate 1.0 area farming. It's not being able to fly after you've been flying for so long. That should be hurting my head, bro. It's the same. Instead of making more pillars around destruction to support it, John says, nah, let's just make one huge pillar. Pretty much. At least make a tacit field for the new sets, bro. Kura be shameless with these nightmare fields. Yeah, bro. Make it a tacit field after you get your daily clear for sure. How you doing, Rui? Welcome to the stream. In that regard, I still can't wrap my head around how Genshin still kept the specific date. Forgeries still now. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Shit's weird. That was always, like, I was annoyed at that from the jump. Like, from the very beginning, I was annoyed at the fact that you couldn't farm materials unless it was the specific day for the material. That shit was so annoying. Guys, yes, please watch my latest video. It's a tier list. You might end up liking it. You might end up disliking it, agreeing, disagreeing. Who knows? But do be sure to check out my latest video. It's pinned in the chat. Valid tier list will change a few character spots, but overall 7 out of 10. I feel you. Wait, actually, yeah, let me get these two over here. Genshin, yeah, Genshin ain't changing nothing, bro. They still at the top, pretty much, or one of the top games out there. Let me see some. I want to see a little some. Even though there's no content to mid-max teams right now, it doesn't mean there won't be later. See, I agree with that take, but... And that's pretty much the same take that I would say to counter what John said earlier, right? Which was... Where was it? There is no content that would require me to build units in the way you're saying, which is optimized team building, right? Even if they add content in the future that would require optimized team building, they're not going to add content in the future where you need to add S6 R5 units. Therefore, you can bypass optimal team building by S6 R5ing units, right? So you can basically counter your skill issue and bad choices by wailing, right? And just running crappy teams as long as they're S6 R5, because I mean S6 R5 will just destroy everything regardless. But it's like putting, I don't know, bro. It like I could run a team like, for example, like this, just because let's say I like the units. Let's say this. Boom, there we go. The waifus, right? And they're all S6 R5. I'm gonna be clearing the content, right? A better example would be to do it in like, I don't know, let's say like a hologram or something. Let's go to... Where am I? Let's go here so I don't go too far. Like, I can still go here, right? And clear the content. This is just this. We can go to tower and do the same thing right now. Right? I could go like here and just go... Right? The gorilla... Ooh, the gorilla's a pain, bro. Like, I could still go here and just destroy content like this. Right? And maybe this was not the best example because it was relatively easy. So, like, I could still clear all the content. Right? If we go to tower, it's going to be the same thing. Let me get out of this. Right? Tower. Right? I remember complaining about the day system somewhere, and there were people defending it, saying it's better than freely choosing which mats to farm every day. People will always defend certain things in these games for some reason. I don't know why, but they will, bro. So, like, I could go into tower, right? And I could do, let's say, this, right? And I could go... Oh, I still have energy. Nice. What the hell was the other one? Shangli. Boom. Right, I could still go in here and do this. Pretty sure she resists me, but it is what it is. I don't care. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, I can still do this.
My shield can withstand more than that. Come at me. You've made personal now. Repent. For silence beckons. Sentence before. Sounding the death knell. Furious tides. Split the heavens.
Right? And I can still get 3 stars. Right? I could do that. Right? Sure. The game doesn't require me to do anything else. Especially when you bypass skill issue and team building with S6R5. Or, right? Or, hear me out. I can do this.
The fight is on! Die, evil! With me!
At the helm, in the limelight.
Timely support!
Oh, she disappeared.
Together we vanquish. My blade yearns. Sever! Who's the caged
And be done.
now?
Not only was it faster, because speed clearing doesn't matter as long as you're 3-starring it, but you cannot tell me that rotation didn't just feel smoother. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt smoother in every single aspect of it. It felt really good. That's the thing. The gameplay felt good, right? So that's one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, you don't have to, but gameplay in a combat-driven game, I feel is a little bit important, bro. It makes the game feel so much better. Yeah, sure, I could do whatever I want with whatever team I want, but you're not going to sit here, look me in my face, and tell me it feels better to play the other way just because you like those units, bro. It feels better to have the units you want on the field, 100%, but you can't tell me the combat. The fluidity of your combat feels better. You're not going to do that. I mean, you could do it, but you're capping. Straight up. Is that the reason why I pulled Brandt? 100%. I didn't want Brandt. Anybody that's been around for a while knows I was a Brandt, not hater, but I was a Brandt disliker before he dropped. I didn't like anything about the character. I didn't like his looks. I didn't like his gameplay. Anything about the character. And this, bro, mind you, this was when I had S0R1. So I was sitting here with S0R1 characters, so I couldn't give myself the benefit of, bypassing team building and skill issues with just, oh yeah, I'm gonna just build whoever I want, whenever I want, even though they make no sense. Like, I couldn't do that. So I was like, yo, if Brandt is the best for Shangli, I'm gonna get, Brandt. It just is what it is. Yeah, I did not want Brandt at all. I was sad that I had to pull Brandt when they announced that he was going to be pretty much Shangli's best in slot. It's that simple. Yeah, I didn't like him. I was calling him a fruity pirate. I kept trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Then I played his story quest, or not story quest, 2.1, 2.2 quest, whatever it was, where you get to play with Brandt. And I was like, bro, this dude's ass, bro. Like, I hate his gameplay. Like, he pretty much stood. Look, even though I'm old, I'm not one of those, like, stubborn ass old heads that refuses to accept change, bro. Like, no. Like, I'll look at something, and if it does, feel better, even though it goes against what I like, I would give it a shot and eventually try it, right? If I try every possible thing there is about it, and it turns out that no matter how much I try, no aspect of it satisfies anything that I want or need, then yeah, I'm like, cool. but I don't like superficially hating or like barely experiencing something and hating. So even though I didn't like Brent, I still wanted to give him a shot with how he felt with my Shangli, like actually running optimized rotations with my team. Because one thing is running and trying Brent in the fucking test where you're running him with like fucking Rover or some shit, and a whole nother thing, completely different, is testing out the character in an optimized rotation with your team. You know what I mean? Like, that feels completely different. See, that's what I'm saying, John. I think John turned into Cremoni, bro. Because Cremoni used to be, like, the type that would be talking randomly. That's what I'm... Exactly, Jay's. Like, we'd be talking about some random shit in the corner, and Cremoni would be popping in like, yo, why aren't you shit-talking me, bro? John be the same. Like, we be out here just casually yapping about something, and homie has to step in. Well, Brent sucks. And then he like, why y'all stay on my case about Brent? Shit. Well, I mean, maybe because you stay yapping shit. So we gotta, you know, yap back. Most of us pulled Brent to power up Shangli. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I pulled Brent and liked him to the point that I pulled Shangli for him. Hey, see that there's opposites of everything, bro. There's opposites. Some people like Brent so much they pulled Shangli. Some people like Shangli so much they pulled Brent. It makes sense, right? I would love to see Kuro make the story where characters interact. I wish they would bring back more older characters. Like, every now and then. But, like, I feel that there are certain characters we're just never going to see again. Like, I don't see them ever bringing Brent back into the story. Unless it's, like, a random little side quest or something. I don't see them bringing Zhang Liao again. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe they will. The never-ending story of Brent goes on. That's what I'm saying, bro. And then people be like, yo, you be glazing Brent too much. I'm like, I don't be glazing Brent. It's just... You know, you got John out here randomly, like, we'll be talking about it. I hate Brent. Who the fuck? Okay. I guess. Why, though? I just hate him. So, you know, we start talking about him too much. Not gonna lie, Brent was my first 5-star fusion unit, including Encore. I pulled him for that WuWa window. Makes sense, makes sense. Brent be having more cleavage than some of the characters, bro. Some of the female characters. And seeing Brent's, that's crazy because I'm pretty sure that when they dropped the revenue for when Brent dropped, he was one of the, or Brent and Cantarella, that was one of their highest grossing months. I'm not even yapping shit, I'm just saying, yeah, but that opinion is interpreted as yapping shit because we're over here talking about like team building and optimized rotations, and then out of nowhere you come in like, yeah, I'd rather pull 75 units I like than pull Brent and optimize teams. So it's instantly like, that's when people are like, okay, but okay, so you're yapping your opinion about team building. So people are obviously going to question that shit because you just said a statement that counters everything the literal entire chat is talking about. Like, what do you mean you don't want a team build? You don't want to optimize team build. Why? You know what I mean? XY was never in the main quest to begin with, just like Calcharo. Yeah, true. That's why I stay calling the dude the NPC. Yeah, Augusta's origin is like other side of Coin compared to Yin Lin. Such a good story to put her in, but Kuro says nah. Yin Lin is another character I never see coming back into the story, bro. Do you prefer a male character with a handsome face like Brent or a savage looking man like Wolverine type? I'm more of the rugged type when it comes to my male characters, like Calcharo, for example. I like my Calcharo looking units more than the Brent style, personally. John just wants to beef about the characters he don't like. Exactly, bro. That's what it feels like. Like if he liked, let's, for example, no, that's a problem because I don't think he likes any team. Like, I actually don't think John actually likes any team in the game. I was going to say, well, if we were talking about the team he likes, but I actually don't think he likes any team. Like, I don't think there is any synergistic team that he likes because I know he doesn't like Siakona. I know and those are like the only 2 teams he has. So he says he regrets pulling Lupa. So I was gonna say it'd be different if we were talking about teams you like, but there is no teams he likes. At least he likes Jiang Xing. Don't say that like it's a good thing. Don't say that like it's a good thing. What about Yan from... You talking about the NPC that's fucking giving you the dungeons? That gives you like the fucking experience and coins and all of that? Good old Yan, bro.
Who's the caged bird now?
He likes playing with bricks. With bricks.
Make it faster.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind those. I don't mind those type. Like, in all honesty, like Chillin, Scar,
Guests of the unkind.
Calcharo, those are the top of, like, if it comes to male characters, those are the ones I prefer, like cool looking male characters, like rugged, as opposed to like the fancy, like pretty Gion's another cool example, like the pretty boy type of like male characters. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know what it is that this man has against team building in a team building game. That's just crazy to me, bro. Like, I never in my life have I seen that behavior, bro. It's just crazy. Rugged Wolverine looking with Jolly Brand's personality. That's kind of rough. Where the fuck do I get inside? I feel you. I do the same. I love having him in the background while I do stuff. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. I do be yapping a lot, don't I? I like talking when I come into my streams. And today I didn't even want to stream. I was tired. I was like, I don't even know if I want to stream, bro. Salad, I haven't watched the whole Augusta PV. I saw the very beginning, and then I was like, I'm going to wait until they do the character reveal trailer thing. And then I'll react to both of them on stream. Whoops. If there was an option to S10 characters, John would S10 just to not play characters he don't like. Bro, he would play the same 2 characters forever, bro. That's just crazy. It's like playing, I don't know, bro. It's just like playing Pokemon and only ever using one Pokemon. Right? Like, this is a team building game, bro. Yo, homie just chilling over there. He gonna catch a stray, bro. Look at that. Blah! He don't even know what hit him, bro. That's crazy.
First to the treasure. Beyond my beloved the compass points this way.
I don't think I've ever played a team building game where Yeah, that's why you be dropping all of them so quick, bro. Ash could relate. Nah, Ash doesn't only use one Pokemon, bro. He got a bunch of Pokemons, bro. Imagine he just went through the entire game just using Pikachu. It's just crazy. Ain't nobody would watch that shit. Playing Pokemon, but only using the starter. And the starter only. Like, that's it. You can't catch nothing. That shit's ass, bro. Come on now. He did that too. Oh no, he just has some issues, bro. That's what's going on with homie. Got some issues, bro. Homie bought a Pokemon game and said, nah, I don't like any of the 200 Pokemons in this bitch. I'm just gonna use the starter. Oh, there's some issues going on there. There's some unsolved trauma, bro. Homie got picked the last in a dodgeball game or some shit when he was young, and ever since then, he's hated picking, bro. He's like, I don't want to pick. I just want the one I see first, bro. Homie didn't get picked back in the day when they were making teams for fucking basketball in, like, middle school, and ever since then, he's hated picking, bro.
Winds, heed my command.
doesn't think it's team building game. He said he just picks one and then and boom, that's his fusion team. Homie be using 4 non-fusion characters with like a fusion food buff. He's like, yup, that's my fusion team. You're exotic. I don't think you like to bully people, John. I think you like to bully yourself, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Make it fast.
Hey, Shangli, Lord Majesty, what it is. Now I see why our Ricardo's takes were compared to John's takes. That's crazy. But hey, sometimes some of the takes be taken, bro. Bro, your last videos on dudes shitting on this game had me crying laughing. Yo, appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed that video. It's not often where like I usually just grill people on the internet. But if there's ever videos y'all want me to react to, I have a react section on my Discord. You can post videos you want me to react to on stream. Did I just mishear it? Who John be bullying? I don't know. I don't know who John be bullying. I think he bullies himself, bro, because ain't no way you be playing turn-based games, strategy games, and not playing with strategy. You're just going to be out there hurting yourself, bro. How you gonna say that you played Pokemon and only ever used one Pokemon? Why even play Pokemon at that point? Unless it was some like hardcore Nuzlocke type of scenario, I guess. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. My third fusion character is a plate of food. Exactly, that's John, bro. I'm gonna be playing the Cartefia team. Eats a plate of food that buffs fusion. That's my fusion team. Ain't no way I just drowned. That's crazy. Insane behavior. Did I recover from... Yo, Tax was good. Yeah, I did recover from the Ebola, bro. Bro, that day I had a headache from that video, bro. I finished recording the video because I remember the video was like 15 minutes. And it was like, how did I record for an hour? Bro, my takes are sound. Dumb as hell, but makes sense at its core. See, I don't think... Okay, so tell me how it makes sense to say Brant is a dog shit unit. You said your takes are sound, they make sense at its core. Tell me how that take makes sense. Are you really playing Pokemon if you're not team building? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, are you really playing these games if you ain't team building, bro? Like, the entire... Pretty much the whole Ricardo video, right? Where it was like... Bro, I get why you said that now, Exotic, right? Ricardo said, I hate having to play, or pretty much, I hate having to swap off my DPS, or I hate that the game forces you to use your other characters instead of your DPS. Bro, that was literally John. John sent Ricardo that message. He was like, yo, why do I gotta play all these other characters instead of just being on my Shangli all day? Why do I gotta play all these other characters instead of being on my Cartefia all day, bro? I just want to be on my DPS, man. Why I gotta swap to my support and sub DPS? This some bullshit. That's crazy. Now I get why you said that, Exotic. Gotta catch just one, head ass. Gotta catch just one, bro. Literally, bro. That is a take, bro. Bro, look. You can bait people for so long up to a point where your bait turns into your image, right? You can't have continuous rage bait and then not expect people to see it as your image, right? John, I'm gonna be honest. You literally say that. Let me give you an example. You like Shangli, you hate her support, Brant, and you hate her sub DPS, Lupa. You don't like them, you don't want to play with them, you regret pulling them. You'd rather just have your Shangli. You have your Cardathea. You don't like Siakona. You probably regret pulling her. And you'd rather not play with her. Literally. Basically what Aricado was saying. Basically. You know. You rage baited too close to the sun. Exactly. Is that Aaron talking to his father scene all over again? Exactly, bro. You rage baited too close to the sun, bro. Jose, what's good, bro? Cryo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. My favorite one was the artificial casual community he made up. Bro, that shit gave me AIDS. Cause like, look, I've always said I'm not like a goated player. I'm okay, right? I'm good. I'm okay. I don't be like mid-maxing every freaking quick swap and animation canceling every single. I don't do that, right? But the sheer thought of saying casuals only land a parry by accident just baffles me. Like I can't, like, you know, like I can't comprehend that take. I can't comprehend that take, bro. It just confuses me. Like, how do you only parry by, like, bro, you could be the worst player. You can't tell me that if you sit down in front of a fucking boss, you ain't gonna parry it. By, like, maybe not the first time, maybe not the, but you're not gonna tell me that you're not gonna parry a couple of times when there's a giant ass freaking parry circle in there. Like, that was a crazy take. No clue why he got dupes on Siakona if he doesn't like her. I don't know why he got dupes on Siakona. He S6 to Siakona. John, why did you S6 Siakona? If you don't like her. You don't like her gameplay, you don't like her sound. Why you S6 her? Maybe bro was playing on mobile. Hey, bro, I have a homie that plays on mobile, and he's pretty good. Shout out to, Zaniel. Nah, them holograms say otherwise. Man is the GOAT, but I'm a dethroned the king. Worry not. Hey, I believe in you. Maybe in 7.2. But the reality of it is, John, if you're never going to pull a synergistic team, I don't see how you're going to dethrone optimal hologram clears, bro. I really don't see it, bro. You can't, like, you can't just slap teams together and randomly and expect to beat a hyper-optimized team rotation, you know? Yeah, and there's a bunch of characters that just be auto-parrying. I think he was playing with Gion, bro, and then he just auto-parry, be like, yo! I did that by accident, holy shit. Honestly, Bren's damage is significantly higher than Shangli. The support damage is even higher. The situation sucks. Yeah, Shangli should get... I will say one of the good takes that John had was Shangli was released too early. I think she was too. If she would have been released around this time, she would have been a lot stronger. Because I did it with the homie Nines. We agreed to do it. You agreed to do what? You agreed to beat an optimized premium team with an unoptimized team. Love from Kalo. Shout out to the homie Kalo. How you doing, soul? Welcome to the stream. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Nines would agree that you're not going to beat an optimized team with an unoptimized team. Like, you just, I don't see how that would happen. Oh, you were saying that because you and Nine... Bro, I don't get you, John. You say you pulled Lupa because the boys agreed to pull Lupa. You say you pulled Brandt because I told you to pull Brandt, or because you did it for the community. You say you pulled Siakona because you and Nines agreed to do it. So you be blaming all the units that you don't like on us good, you know, law-abiding citizens, bro. That means this man would legit be playing with Shangli, Jinxi, Jiangxing, and Cardathea.
Make it fast.
Oh, you don't like Camellia. Who made you pull for Camellia? I don't even know what other characters he got, bro. How do I get up? Or where the hell is this? A lot of people said the same thing about Shangli on her release. She was released. Yeah, that's the thing with Shangli. Because there's no reason why she got the main DPS role. And she's like the weakest DPS. The weakest main DPS out of all, bro. That made no sense, bro. Yeah, he was talking about... No, he was talking about the S6 Iacona. What the... Where is this thing? I'm going to go up here. Yeah, I don't be getting it, bro. Where is this? I quit. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Let's go get a different. Oh, I can actually maybe roll some echoes, chat. Let's see. I need one electro piece. That was Yao. Oops. What is the worst one? This one's the worst one. Hell no, that thing's disgusting. It doesn't matter what it is. So this, yeah, let's go. I can see people not liking Camellia, but it's a blasphemy nonetheless. Yo, Cypher was good. Now we agreed to S6 Iacona. Now I have the unoptimized are cracked enough. Bro, you're never gonna beat an optimized team with an unoptimized team, John. It's just not gonna happen. Like, that's literally what a game like this with team building is all about. Like, it's just, considering, you know, like, let's say they both have their signature weapons, yada yada, it's just not gonna happen. Y'all saw that? That's my typical Echo roll, bro. That's my typical defense HP. That's what it is. Nah, I get him for the homies to test things and run up the test numbers. I pulled the sword for the fucking MC, and man said, no one is good with that weapon. He said, if you got the weapon. So, bro, I'm telling you, John B getting excuses as to why he pulls every single unit. Man just said, oh, I also pulled Camellia for one of my boys, pretty much. Or because one of my boys. Shit's insane. Oh my god, what is this? They hoeing, bro. They hoeing crazy. We need Clasher in here? Oh, hell no. Nah. Clasher would cook me, bro. I pulled the Brands and Iacona. I pulled 60 in face creams and clothes and every other color to compliment my girl. You just confused me with that, but I get you. You could. It wouldn't be fair. You could beat him, but it wouldn't be fair? What do you mean you could beat him, but it wouldn't be fair? You're saying, like, if you fought, like, a optimized team with, like, shitty fucking weapons and everything versus, like, an unoptimized S6 R5 fucking team? Is that what you mean? Because ain't no way. I know for a fact you didn't just say that. I know you didn't say, well, you can beat an optimized team as long as, you don't optimize it. I know you ain't say that, John. Oh, no. I'll cook you. Bro, I'm excited for Augusta, but I don't know how to feel about YOOOO. I like YOOOO. But god damn, bro. Bro, can I get a crit? Can I get one crit, bro? Like, just one? Or nah? They not about giving me crits today. Aw, it's a low roll. Let's go to 20. If I get crit damage, we might keep it. If you use a 1.0 optimized team and you use a 7.0 optimized team, you will outdo the 1.0's team. Not fair, but it still works to the logic of optimized teams versus mixed comps. It doesn't. It doesn't, because that wouldn't be optimized versus unoptimized. That would be ancient versus 3 years into the future, right? I just got heavy attack. I just realized that. I'm going to go for 25. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Homie said, yo, you could beat an optimized team. You just got to use units 5 years into the future. That's actually insane behavior from John Tavius, bro. And then he, bro, and earlier today he said, hold on. He said, what was it? His takes are good at their core. Ain't no way. With time, old optimized teams will fall short of single DPS units in the future. You're hearing this, chat? And then homie be saying he has good takes. So you think that in the future, a single DPS unit is going to have the same damage that a Jinshi, SK, Cantarella rotation would have? That's what you're saying. That's actually blasphemous, bro. That's crazy. At that point, bro, it's just over, bro. It's just raps at that point, bro. If people complained about, bro, yeah, he's definitely trolling, because there is no way. I mean, I know he's turned into, like, bad take John, but no, you can't say you're having fun. At this point, that is literally the way you think, John. Your bad takes have reached new heights. Oh, nah. Even if this gave me crit damage, I don't want it. Yeah, I don't want it. Ain't no way, bro. He be actually saying his takes, and then everybody, like, freaking cooks him, and he's like, nah. I was just kidding. I was just being avocado and shit, you know? Ain't no way. I don't have my Yao's Echoes built like that. My Yao's Echoes is crazy. That's actually insane. Let's go here. Why is he debating preference for fun? You know what I'm saying? And how is that preference? We're talking about optimized teams versus unoptimized teams. That's not preference. That's crazy behavior. Yeah, my Yao's Echoes were like bad. I never build Clasher. I never build Yao. Oh my god, bro. At this point, I'm not gonna build Augusta. Shit. I'm gonna start running Tacit Fields every day. We gotta do it to him. I wish Clasher was here so Clasher could make video out of John's bad takes. Oh yeah, that would be insane, bro. Oh. Ah. Low roll, of course. Of course it would be low roll. Why wouldn't it be low roll? Shit. Why wouldn't it be a low roll, bro? You gotta get your girl what she needs. Facts. That is precisely why I got Brand. Gotta get Shang Li what she needs, bro. She needs some loving. Let's see. I gotta do two people's roles. I gotta keep the chat active and keep the hate for Crim. And I gotta keep the hate for all units mid. And I'm on 250 milligrams gummy. Chilling, bro. I'm bullshitting. I don't believe you, John. I think you're being serious, bro. Bro, why does it gotta be so low? Why does it gotta be low rolls, bro? I only get low rolls. Crazy behavior, man. You just don't want me to be successful. Cremoni said, no one is hating on me, John. You don't gotta defend me. Oh my god, bro. This is gonna be a good echo with low-ass rolls. Fuck me. Be attack percentage at least. My rolls are as bad as John's takes, bro. That's crazy. Look at that shit. Double defense. Ugh. I'm gonna throw up. That's still better than whatever the hell I used to have on, though. Alright, let's go attack. Let's go attack. Crazy behavior, bro. You haven't heard a bad Crim take? Oh, bro. Cremoni has been relatively chilled recently. Why do I get the fan? Jesus, take the wheel. Oh my god. I'ma crash out. Some bullshit. It's crazy. John, I believe you conspired with Arikado to stir up some shit, bro. I believe you. Do we know what main stats Augusta scales off of? Yes. Heavy. She scales off heavy, bro. Oh. Please, just give me something good, man. Cremoni being a good person the last few games, unless we check his Valo games. Yeah, bro, for real. He's been chill. Oh my god, bro. Defense, defense, defense. Everywhere. I just get defense, bro. That's all I get. Oh, no, don't say that. Bro, is the truth, John, bro. John went from, like, no bad takes, and he, bro, defense every single time, bro. What type of echoes do we need for the two-piece? One cost. You need one cost, attack percentage, and then what I'm going for is crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, and, heavy. I want to get heavy on every single piece. And you can either build Void Thunder for the extra electro damage, or you can also build Lingering Tunes for the extra attack percentage. Either one. So like if you already have two pieces of Lingering Tunes on something that are pretty good, don't build anything. If you already have two pieces of Void Thunder on something, don't build anything, you know? Just to keep everything a lot easier for y'all. Can I show us the build for Brand? My DPS build for Brand? Yeah, hold on, I'll show you. Let me do this real quick. YOOOO is Moonlit. Oh yeah, I'm running YOOOO on Moonlit because I'm running her as a support for my Augusta. Attack, crit rate, heavy, crit rate. Oh, it's slow as fuck, but if I get crit damage on this, I'll be beautiful, chat. Let's see. Give me crit damage, please. Please. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. So close. So close, chat. Yet so far. What the hell is that sortie thing? Right here. We were close, chat. We were close. I didn't even see what happened in chat. Yeah, what you mean, John? John's off that gummy, bro. Ooh. Okay. Fuck. God damn it, bro. Like, that could probably be decent, but I don't want decent. I want great. Imagine a Moonlit set reworks to 3-set. Bro, Moonlit should 100% be reworked to a 3-piece. That would be great. Crit. Crit. What a pain, bro. What a pain. I gotta stop rolling, bro. Oh my god, bro. Y'all be getting hoed like this on your echoes lately, or is it just me? Yeah, they ain't going to rework it. They're just going to give us a brand new set for supports. These rolls are fucking disgusting, bro. And I don't want to roll another Electro Chicken because I already have one Electro Chicken right there. Let's see. Yeah, we're cooked with these rolls. Always they give us Nightmare Echo Head Start like Siakona's back in 2.2. I'm done building her Echo, and then I have nothing to do again. Build a whole nother unit, bro. Really? Attack and attack percentage? Come on now. I need to get crit, like, right off the bat. Oh my god, energy regen. One last one, chat. We got one last one to our name. And I'm already low on tuners. I'm low on everything, fam. We're going to do this. We're going to do all three at the same time. No, you should not 44111. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys like this. I'm waiting to test 43311 and also 44111. Like, I'm gonna be testing both builds, but I do think that you most unlikely want to run 43311 if you're S0 for the most part. I think that's what you ideally want to run. Oh my god, we're cooked. We are so cooked, chat. At least we got 2 pieces that work, right? 3 pieces that work. And the only reason I got 2 of these was because I rolled this one. No, I rolled... Was it this or this one? I rolled this one and I was like, okay, that's good. It's not bad. Energy regen. Crit rate is not low. Crit damage is all right. Heavy attack, good. And then I already had this one halfway built. And it had heavy attack and attack. And I was like, okay, I rolled 1 and I got high crit damage. I rolled again, I got high crit rate. And I was like, okay, this piece is already looking better. So then I went into the last one. I got basic and I kept it. And I think that this one with crit damage, crit rate, and heavy attack is okay. But damn, I just noticed those rolls. They're hella low. Nah, hold on. Let me actually... How do I take a piece off, bro? What the fuck? There we go. I guess I'll just do that. Oh, whoops. There. Do I got any unborn echoes? Unbound? Like the boxes? I probably got a bunch. Okay, who wanted to see my Brent build? Hello, I just watched your character tier list and noticed that Jinshi still doesn't have a best in slot support and a sub DPS like Brand Shangli Lupa, and even now she hits like a truck. Imagine her full potential. We were talking about that earlier. She still doesn't have a dedicated character to rock with her, and she's still strong as hell. So a 3 cost and 1 cost for the 2-piece Void Thunder. Yeah, that's what I'm running for the basic stuff. But if I were you, wait. If you're gonna pull her, wait, save the pieces, lock them, and save your materials, because we don't really know what's gonna be her best build. And on top of that, we don't know what the Nightmare Echoes, all of them are going to be, right? Oh yeah, those I already used those boxes. This is my Brent build right here. You wanted to see my echoes, right? I think you asked. I show you my echo. So this is the build right now. Oh, whoops. This is my Brent build. He's main DPS Brent. So with that crit rate, he's pretty much guaranteed 100% crit rate when he does his moves from his S2, right? Because I do have him duped up. Crit damage is pretty damn good as well. He hits hard. He has over 250 energy regen, which is always ideal. And then I have him with pretty low basic attack. He's only at 20% basic attack because I changed his kit around quite a little bit. But he does the job. He hits pretty damn hard. And he does have 1 fusion piece on him. That's why his fusion is higher. For his echoes, this is how they're looking. So Dragon of Dirge, energy regen, basic attack, damage bonus, crit damage, crit rate. And once again, I could switch his pieces around because I have a lot of type breaking pieces. See, like I have a lot of pieces that I have laying around for each one of his stinks. Like a lot of pieces. So I could like mid-max some of the stats. But these are the pieces that I rock on him. So crit damage 4 cost. Crit damage, crit rate, liberation, basic attack, energy regen. Chop chop. Energy regen, crit rate, crit damage, heavy. I want to change this, but I'll work on that later. Oh, whoops. We got Abyssal Gladius, crit rate, crit damage, energy regen once again. Crit rate, energy regen, crit damage. Defense and HP, horrible rolls, but you can always improve those. And crit rate, crit damage, and attack percentage on here. Now, the reason I'm specifically rocking this Echoes, even though I have maybe other things that could look better, right? For example, if we go to the 3 cost, I'm rocking this one. Energy regen, crit rate, crit damage. You might look at this one or, you know, some of these other ones, and they're pretty decent, right? Like something like this. It's just for specific reasons of when I run this as a main DPS. Am I going for 280 ER? Nah, I don't need 280 ER the way I run my Brent. I mean, I have 280 ER builds if I wanted to. I don't even know if I still have it, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, look. If I put this on him, he would have 280. But I don't run Brent like that. I run him as a main DPS. So you don't really need that much. Yo, let me get this. I haven't gotten these today. What's this? There we go. I missed the whole episode with that guy, bro. I forgot his name, but what time? I don't remember the time, but it was so dumb because we were all randomly talking about, I don't remember what we were talking about. I don't even think we were talking about Brent, bro. We were talking about something else, I think. And the man just out of nowhere drops. He dropped the John, right? We were talking about like units and stuff, and out of nowhere he just goes, I don't care about anything. All I know is that Brent is gay. And I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? So obviously me being the #1 Brent Glazer, I had to instantly say, I'm gonna be honest, only people that are gay think Brent is gay. Nothing wrong with that, bro. You like what you like. No problem at all. And I guess he didn't like that, so he started yapping, and I started cooking him and grilling him, and then everybody started jumping in and grilling him too, and it is what it is. Isn't Brand 250 ER just for the buff? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's for his echo set, pretty much, and his right here. Whoops. Is it here? Right here, this. His Forte circuit. Brand gains additional attack based on his energy regen. For every 1% of his energy regen over 150, Brand gains additional 12 points. So this is pretty much is for that, but also for his echo set. Right here. Increases the Resonator's attack by 15%. Reaching 250 energy regen, increases all attribute damage by 30% for the Resonator. So that's pretty much why you want to make sure he's at least over 250. Because, like, you can have him higher than 250. Like, right now, for example, if I went and changed this into this, right? I could change it into this. And it would give, I would lose the fusion. Crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage. I could run this, right? And it would give me more energy regen. Hold on, I need to know which one I have. Where's my builds? Let me just double check that my builds are set. Whoops. Brand DPS. Yeah, okay, cool. I could go like this. And boom. He's still pretty much the same crit rate, the same crit damage. And now he has 287 crit or energy regen. But he wouldn't have those 30 extra fusion damage bonus that actually do quite a bit. You know what I mean? But I could test out the damage on this before I end the stream, since it's gonna happen soon. Let's go over here and test this out. If I deal more damage, I'll keep this, I guess. Nah, gay people know Brent ain't gay. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he ain't, bro. Like, he don't got nothing that points that way. Okay, let's test this out real quick, because I want to see something. We got to do a couple rotations to really know what's going on here, okay? Let's see. That's going to be hard. I'm still building him with Overture. If you're building him with Overture, go for support. Sub DPS support Brand. That's it. Who did I have on the field? Oh, yeah. Cool. All right, I want to see how much damage I do here. Just to test this out. Yeah, Brand with Overture is support. Don't try to go for main DPS Brand.
To which stage will life guide us next?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. See, like, I'm still not at 300 crit damage, which bothers me, but it's fine. Obviously, I'm over my crit rate, way over it, and I have 5,000 attack. We'll see if it's better. That's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I need to do another run. Let's do it again. Hold on. We gotta wait a little bit. I did hit 150 though. It's such a minuscule difference, but right now, knowing me, bro, I definitely want to get 300 crit damage.
To which stage will life guide us?
So, chop chop.
Well, whatever it is, I'll play my role to the fullest.
Wait. Are these all fusion? They are. Okay, so it gotta be one of these. How much extra do I have? 87. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I low-key might be able to change one of these. Whoops. Why the fuck? Fuck, that's 9. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. And my crit damage, crit rate doesn't matter. This is definitely the one. Now my damage should be a little bit higher. Beautiful. Let's try that out again. Let's see.
In war with time. Loading.
Be like, bro. Yeah, I have crazy OCD when it comes to my builds, bro. I hate not having, like, exact numbers, bro. That should be killing me. Alright, let's see. Still 5,000, over 300 crit damage, 84 crit rate. Let me double check something. 143 basic attack, and 160 fusion damage. Woo! Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, let's see how much that hits. I need to see that second hit, bro. But it's so similar, bro. It's so similar at this point that it's like you barely notice it anyway. If I don't get that, if that second hit is 500,000, then it does hit harder. But right now it seems extremely similar, bro. I think I have the picture somewhere of my last few tests. Let's see. That was like several days ago, though. Shit, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know where them pictures went, bro. Alright, let's try that again. How do I do it? How do I do it so I can land that second hit, bro? I don't know.
Craft you knew. Well enough. Loading.
I won't use her echo, I guess. Maybe, I mean, that's not gonna do shit, but... I can't see the second hit, bro. I don't know how to land the second hit to be able to tell how much damage I'm doing. But hold on, let me go here.
To which stage will life guide us next?
Let me go here. Where's sub DPS brand? Because I feel like
Well, whatever.
this one is better.
Play my role to the fullest.
It's more crit rate, a little bit more energy regen, which I don't need. Has way less basic, way less liberation, and way less attack. So I'm gonna delete that build. This shit ain't sub DPS brand anymore, bro. That's like another DPS brand at this point. Let's see. Can I use numbers? I can. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, let's see this one. Apply. Let's go back to test this one. Maybe the other one does hit higher.
Astral modulation. Okay, loading. Tip of me! With me! To victory! Die, evil! Into the spot!
Epic shot. Climax.
Let's see what this is gonna hit.
Attack us one!
Okay, so stats look like this.
To which stage will
300 crit damage, 85 crit rate, 4,500 attack. So we're already 500 attack lower.
play my role?
We have less basic, if I'm not mistaken. We have more fusion damage, though. So more fusion damage, less basic, and less attack. I think the other one should still hit harder. The other one is hitting harder. The other build is hitting harder. I think because I'm rocking a little bit more basic on the other build. If this build, because this build is lacking on basic, bro. If I had more basic on here, I would be doing better with this build. But I literally have basic here, and I think that's it. Yeah, and I think the other build has basic on 2 pieces, maybe. Yeah, basic. That's it, too. Bro, there's so much room for improvement, dog. There is so much room for improvement. I've seen enough just make Brent the MC. Dude is busted, isn't he? He's crazy. Okay, I guess I'm rocking this build for now. And I want him with 280 energy regen just because. Hurts me that he doesn't have 280, bro. Oh, and he does have attack in some of these. Let's see if there's any one cost that I can change. Oh. That's not enough, but that would have been nice. I don't need crit rate, bro. I don't need crit. The problem is I don't need crit rate when I'm running him with Shorekeeper. I do need crit rate when I'm not rocking him with Shorekeeper. Do I? Probably not, right? This piece might low-key be goated, bro. Right here. What? Oh, hell no. What was the other one? Oh, 18. Oh, shit. Okay, what about here? Crit damage 13. What the fuck did I replace? Oh. Actually went lower. Never mind. That has basic on it. This doesn't have basic. Hold on. Alright, let's try this now. Let's try this now. I understand Brent is cool, but it just feels weird to me. A gladiator deals less damage. So many people say that, bro. He ain't a clown, though. He's a pirate, bro. Are you comfortable with that 95.8? Is that what I had, bro? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Wait, no. Is that what I had?
To which stage will life guide us next?
That's what I have when I'm... Yeah, that's what I have when I'm running him without Shorekeeper. Ugh. I just want to see how much I deal just for fun. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see how much I deal here, bro.
Stay calm. Loading. Applause for me. The fight is on.
Let's see if he deals more or less.
Into the switch.
To me. Climax of the show.
He's dealing less. Why? Why is he dealing less?
To which stage will life guide us
Why is he not max crit rate?
Whatever it is, I'll play my role to the fullest.
He has Shorekeeper's buff, does he not? Oh yeah, no, we're cooked. How much is this basic? 159, fusion 160. This is less damage for sure. How did he land the second hit on this one? Yeah, why is Shorekeeper not showing, bro? Shorekeeper isn't showing. He landed that second hit, though, right there. Yeah, but it just doesn't feel comfortable to run him like this, in all honesty. So I'll just stick to my other one. I don't even mind this one, though. Where is it?
I'll play my role to the fullest.
This one. Because this one can still run in my other team. My regular fusion team. Let me just double check. Yeah, 71, 277. He got insane energy regen. I just gotta replace a couple things here and there. But this is like the minimum that I can rock Brant on my fusion team. I just want to make sure he's doing work here. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. He won't deal a nuke because we're not running Shorekeeper now. Ow, racist. Didn't dodge. I forgot I wasn't with Shorekeeper. He still hits hard as hell, bro. Holy shit. Didn't even need to do Shangli like that. What Calcharo overdrive, like eating breakfast in story. Look at where he's at. Calcharo, good old Calcharo. We'll do that one more time and see how it runs. Because I got hit. I didn't like that. There we go.
Epic shot. In the limelight. No little mishap.
Together we vanish.
Did less than last time, but it's fine. He's done. Look at it. Oh, I was going to do something else. I'm surprised that didn't kill. Crazy. Did I not crit or something? I'm surprised he didn't get one tapped right there. You could try and get a one cost with double crit and basic. How about that Lupa intro damage? Shangli didn't crit, bro. Shangli be stressing me out with a crit, bro. Sometimes I want to bring her back to like an actual crit build. Because my Shangli build is all about crit damage. Look at that. This build is alright because you still have her S2. Giving 25% crit rate, but you know, it's still not enough, bro. That's 79 crit rate. It's just not good enough. And she does have crit on like every single piece. So, I don't know. But missing out on 44 crit damage is crazy to me, bro. Is Lupa also S3? Yeah, that build is only good with Shorekeeper. So I think I'm going to take her off that build since I don't run her with Shorekeeper just to guarantee my crits. I love guaranteed crits. Like my Lupa right now, she's sitting at 72, but I'm pretty sure her S2, S1? Yeah, S1. Right after she does her liberation, she gets 20%. So she pretty much goes like this. Which I want it to be 100 because anything less than 100 is shit. Right? So this is my Lupa's crit rate. It's 92. Kind of close, you know? For every guy saying Brant is gay, my female friends max his dupes because they want to have his babies. Just saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. They feel insecure when they see Brant. Like the way I see Brant, bro, is like them K-pop idols, bro. They be looking a little, you know, a little soft, a little feminine, but in all reality, girls be loving up on that. Don't know why, but they do. All right, I've been live, or I've been on for 3 hours. We're going on to 3 hours. Ow. I wasn't going to fight this dude. Ow. I gotta do like 17 rotations, bro, because I was not paying attention. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Had a lot of fun yapping per usual. You know how it is, man. Here, let's hit him with this. Where's he at? I'll be live again tomorrow. I don't know if I will be live around this time. I'll let you guys know. It depends on what time I go to sleep today. But yeah, I'll be live again tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out that video. Make sure you check out the video that I did today. It's the tier list, man. So I really want to hear what you guys got to say regarding my tier list, or where you guys would place some of the units. At the end of the day, tier lists are biased. It really depends on what you think. But yeah, I'll be live again tomorrow. And remember, we will be pulling for Augusta. I'll pull her at S0 R1, play her for a little bit, and if I like her, I'll S6 R5 her on stream. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.
Look like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return tough and real. Living on a timeline, been there, done that, rolled up and dead. Instead of being bitter, back up.